For years now, Free State municipalities have failed to pay their workers' salaries in full and on time. The South African Municipal Workers Union in the province is enraged by this and says instead of ensuring that the salaries are paid timeously, some of these municipalities have resorted to offering workers food vouchers as payment. For more on this, we are joined by SAMWU President Nelson Mokgotho. Nelson, good afternoon. Thanks for speaking to us. Now, are you aware of the reasons as to why these municipal workers have not been paid, with some going as long as 3 months without their salaries?
Now, good afternoon and good afternoon to your viewers on Newzroom Afrika. Thanks for being with us this evening, this afternoon at Vegas. No, we want to confirm that our members as workers in the Free State municipalities have not been paid. Some have not been paid for 3 months, some have not been paid for 2 months. The only reason that we are getting from the municipalities that the municipalities are indicating that they don't have money for salaries, which is something historic, because it's not only now that they have not been paying these workers, but the worry is whenever they have money, you will find that service providers are paid, consultants are paid, but the workers are not being paid their salaries. And hence we are saying our workers in the Free State are then turned into slaves where they work and they are not being paid by these municipalities.
Now, you talk about when they have money. Where's this money coming from? Are these rates that are being paid by members, or rather people that live in those areas?
No, whether rates paid or the issue of getting shares from the equitable shares from the national government or treasury. When they get this money, instead of prioritizing workers, they will then want to go and say, no, we are owing these service providers. They will take us to courts and attach our properties. Let's pay them first before we can pay workers. So, if you have workers who are working on daily basis, waking up, going to work, the next thing you are saying, we don't have money to pay them. What does it mean? They are working for charity. They become slaves in this democratic state. It can't be correct. Some municipalities are then saying, no, because we don't have money, the best thing is that we can loan you 2,000 in the form of vouchers so that you can get food in the outlet or shops that are only known by the employer. We are not going to agree. That's not the situation we would accept in this country at the moment. It can't be correct. More so, there is a quietness from local government, NEC or COGTA as a department, the entire provincial government of Free State, and SALGA. They are quiet. They don't say anything about this situation. While our members are dying, they don't even have something to give their kids. Their third parties are lapsing. Nobody's coming to our rescue.
And what are the members saying about all of this? What is the reaction of the members that you represent?
No, members that we are representing, you can see if you go all over on the media, they are complaining and saying, are we in the same government? When the president signs increment for public office bearers and the workers in the municipalities are not being able to be paid, they ask us, are we in the same government led by the President Ramaphosa, or we are working for another government in the country? They are worried. What is left with us is to meet the Department of COGTA in Free State, the Premier and the Treasury, try and find solutions to these challenges, because the government, there is a responsibility from a provincial government in terms of the Constitution, Section 154 and 156 give them the responsibility to assist and monitor the activities in the province. Instead of assisting and monitoring what is happening in the province, they will resort to Section 139, where they will say, we put you under administration, but the next thing, there is nothing that's forthcoming. Our members are crying. You will find that in Mafuve one day, in Mafuve, there are those who are supposed to be on pension. They can't go on pension because they are not taking anything home. Their pensions have not been paid for many months. Their medical aids have lapsed. They don't have, and in fact, they are just there. We don't know what they are there waiting for. We don't know when we'll answer them. Nobody is giving a concrete answer on when are these municipal workers to be paid. But we are going to meet the MEC, Premier, and the Treasury as soon as possible to try and find out a solution. If we can't find any solution, we'll then go to Minister of Local Government, the National Treasury, to see what is it that they can do with regard to these workers who are working and cannot bring anything home whilst they have been working for so many years.
Well, Nelson, I suppose it's surprising, as it is encouraging, that the municipal workers haven't actually embarked in any form of a strike action. But is this something that's on the cards?
I can tell you at the moment, there's nothing that is coming from the government in Free State. But like we are saying, we are taking initiative ourselves to make it sure that municipal workers are paid. During the week, we can come back and give a statement to the communities and workers in Free State. We will follow up with the COGTA minister and the Premier, the MEC, to say, is this the government that you are leading? Are you pleased with this? At the moment, we have not been shown anything. We have not been indicated. There's no indication as when will these workers get paid.
Sorry, Nelson.
They are just been promised that will be paid.
Allow me to come in there. Now, do you not think that you're not doing enough? I mean, you suggest that it's been 3 months since some of them have been paid, and from what you're saying, all you're doing is you're not getting any confirmed answers, and there isn't a firm plan of action. Surely there should be a standpoint or a stance that you as the union on behalf of the workers takes, as opposed to, because for all intents and purposes it could be 4 or 5 months before these workers are paid.
It does not necessarily mean the workers at the ground level, they are not doing anything. We are saying, because I'm speaking here as the president, we have not declared any industrial action against this action. But at local level, there are many activities, go-slows have been there. So because we are speaking on behalf of all 4 municipalities that do not pay, we will come up with one action that will be saying, we have tried our best, we have spoken to you, but nobody is able to listen. Because we can't work, we will tell workers, can you stay home until municipalities are saying, we have money to pay you. But that should indicate that it should not be a no work, no pay, because they can't go to work, offer labor, but nobody's paying them. Like we are saying, it's not about us not doing anything. The provincial leadership has been doing something. The local leadership has been engaging with the employer, but they are not doing it. Hence, we are taking this matter up to be a national problem. It's no longer a matter of these 4 municipalities. It's now a national program. If you look at AG's report, it tells that the Free State government is collapsed. There is no government there. Hence we are saying, we'll meet them for the last time. We know the Premier at some stage listened to us, but if she's not going to listen, we are meeting the Minister very soon to say, Minister, the province in Free State has no leadership. They could not assist. As such, can you take over all the responsibilities? If they fail, we will then take a step that says, how do we then protect our employees? Because we can't keep quiet while employees are not being paid while they are working. Their kids are suffering. They can't get transport to schools. They can't pay their loans. They can't pay their cars that have been repossessed. So we'll do something to make sure that these workers are being paid.
Well, talk to us about service delivery in the Free State. At what state is it at the moment?
Free State remains a disaster. I can say it's a disastrous province in terms of services. We will move from one municipality to the other. It's not because our workers are not being paid and they are not providing services. There are many things that are happening in Free State where you can say, for example, in the map, where the provision of water services has been a challenge for many years. Recently, there are challenges in Mangaung. And the national government has always been saying, can these municipalities be put under administration? But we are saying, yes, put them under administration, but don't just put them under Section 139 for the purpose of putting them. What do you do? What responsibilities are you bringing? Because when these municipalities not have money to pay salaries, they don't have money to provide services, you say they are under administration. You don't bring any change to them. You are just saying we are putting in some means and ways for revenue collection. Here, this municipality, how do you get Mafube collecting revenue? A small municipality that does not have a revenue generation source. So it means the model, funding model like we call national government to change the funding towards local municipalities. The funding model, if it's not changed, the municipalities will remain and there will be no services. People will run around, but there will be no services. I can say services in the province of the Free State is not genuine, it's not something that you can be proud of.
Mokgotho, President of the South African Municipal Workers Union, speaking to us about the state of Free State municipalities.